need a belt and a block for this evening's practice. Make yourself comfortable. We're going to do a full body tune-up tonight. So whole body, stretch and strengthen. Walk away feeling like you've gotten into every nook and cranny, hopefully. So make yourself comfortable, seated on your mat. And starting by tuning into the environment around you, just noticing the sounds, noticing the air temperature, and seeing if you can do a bit of a 3D scope of your environment. And now starting to draw your awareness to your body. Noticing any sensations upon your skin. Noticing the feeling of the clothes resting on your body. And then beginning to take your awareness into your legs and hips, allowing them to soften and relax. Soften into your belly. And soften into your chest. Relax your shoulders and arms. And feeling your whole body to be heavy and relaxed as you gently inhale, lengthening into your spine. Softening into your face. And then bringing your awareness to your breath. Just taking some time here to observe your breath. Observing its current rhythm, the depth of your breath, and the feeling of the breath entering and exiting through your nose. If you've had a bit of a busy day or you've got a bit of an active mind, it might feel like you're slamming on the brakes, or it might feel like a little bit confronting or disjointed, trying to slow down and focus on your breath. Our mind can give us all kinds of objections like, why are we doing this? What's the point of this? But that's exactly the point, is to attune to our breath and attune to the natural rhythm of our body and our breath before we initiate our physical practice. So just starting to deepen your breath, inhaling for 4, and exhaling for 4. Inhaling for 4. Exhaling for 4. Inhaling for 4. Exhaling for 4. Just continuing on in your own pace, balancing the length of the inhalation with the length of your exhalation. day we're picking up the energies and the rhythms and the pace of the people around us, things happening around us. So when we come to our mat, it's an opportunity to slow down and tune into our own unique personal rhythm. 2 more breaths in this way. And let's exhale completely before moving into 5 rounds of Goranga breathing. Take a nice deep breath in and say the sound. Goranga. Inhale. Goranga. Inhale. Goranga. Inhale. Goranga. One last time, inhale. Goranga. Beautiful, and coming back to your regular breathing pattern. And bringing your palms together in prayer position. Taking a moment here for a little prayer of gratitude, or to set an intention for your practice, or maybe both. And now slowly starting to rub your palms together, keeping your eyes closed, generating some heat in your palms, and then building up the pace until you feel that warmth. Once you feel I have some warmth in your hands, opening up your palms over your face, bringing that warmth into your face, and just gently patting in and around your temples and your jaw, massaging into your face as you slowly open your eyes, massaging around to the back of your neck. Good. And release and relax. All right, let's take our block out in front and come over onto your knees, starting sitting on your heels. And if that feels too strong to sit just on your heels, you can take a block or two underneath your hips or a bolster. So inhale, press, interlocking your hands and pressing your palms away, raising the arms up. Grounding down through your hips as you press up into your palms, feeling your spine lengthening, setting your shoulders down away from your ears. So still we're in that mode of getting nice and in tune with our body, just feeling into the subtle movements, that gentle lengthening of each vertebra away from one another. And then exhale, lowering your left hand to the floor, reaching up and over to the left, softly bending through that left elbow. Inhale, coming all the way back up. And exhale, lowering the right hand to the floor, soft bend through the elbows. You reach up and over, opening up through your side body. And slowly come back to center. Now taking your elbows to rest on your block, interlocking your hands. Again, you can take 2 blocks if you like, if that feels more comfortable. And walking your knees back, we're going to go into a bit of a chest and shoulder stretch. So just taking it nice and slow, trying to keep your hips stacked above your knees as you begin to drop the chest down toward the floor. Gently pressing your palms together. Staying here for just a couple more breaths. You can allow your belly to soften and relax, letting it all hang out. But it should have that nice heavy feeling of letting go through your belly and length through your spine. And slowly press down into your elbows, lifting up through your core, bringing both hands to the floor. Set your block aside. Both palms to the floor underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. Just taking a couple of warm-up rounds of cat-cow. Inhaling to open and lengthen. Exhaling, pressing the floor away, rounding, drawing your navel in, chin toward the chest. Inhale, looking forward, tilting your pelvis forward, spine is long. Exhaling, rounding through your spine in the opposite direction. One more time each way. And come back to center. Taking a nice big reach through the right arm, pressing firmly down into the left hand as you reach up into the right fingertips. And then exhale, taking your arm down and through, lowering your shoulder to the floor, cheek to the floor, raising the left arm up and placing your hand either on your sacrum or tucked in front of your right thigh. And then begin to peel the top shoulder back. I'm so sorry when I clear my throat in the microphone. My apologies. And one more breath here. So in these foundational movements, the most important factor is your breath. So your breathing comes first. Inhale, lift and lengthen, pressing down into that lower hand as you reach up into the top fingertips. And then exhale, shoulder to the floor, cheek to the floor. Inhale, taking the top arm up, hand to your sacrum or in front of your thigh. So definitely as we're warming up and connecting with our body and our breath, just trying to focus on the length and duration of your breath, the experience of your breath, and allowing that to be the guide, the foundation of how long you might hold something when you move. So inhaling, moving through expansive movements, and exhaling, moving through more relaxed, contracting movements. And slowly release. And both hands to the floor. Sorry. Walking your hands forward slightly, lowering your chest to the floor, belly to the floor. And I'm hovering slightly above because when I press the mic to the floor, it mutes. So you can come all the way, chest to the floor, head to the floor, nice and relaxed. And then slowly start to peel yourself up, just your head and chest. Then exhale, lowering down. And just continue moving in this way, elbows working in toward your ribs, lengthening back into your toes. Inhale, visualize your spine lengthening. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift, maybe going a little higher. Exhale, lower down. Let's do two more, slowly making our way up to full cobra. And this time coming all the way up, making any adjustments that you need to. Elbows in, and lots of length through your lower back area. Shoulders down away from your ears, nice and broad through your collarbones. Continue to breathe. Beautiful. Knees to the floor, navel drawing in, pressing yourself back for just a nice, brief child's pose as a counter pose. Relax completely, feeling your spine lengthening in the opposite direction. And slowly press yourself up. Coming over onto our back and taking hold of your belt, we're going to go into the supine big toe series. So adjusting your hair as needed so your head can be nice and flat. And starting by just bringing both feet to the floor and taking hold of your belt so that it's folded in half, and the middle of your belt is going to go around the ball of your right foot. We'll send that foot up toward the ceiling, holding one side of the belt in each hand. Starting in this position with that supporting leg bent, start to draw your leg in, shoulders down away from your ears, until you feel a bit of a stretch through the back of your leg. All right. Getting just a nice feel for it there. Slowly come back to center with your leg. If you feel like you're able to, you can straighten out through the supporting leg, flexing the left toes back toward you. And now starting to work with your breath, drawing the leg in and release out. So doing what feels comfortable for you. If you want to lengthen and inhale, drawing in, that might feel comfortable, and exhale to release. Or you might find that as you exhale and you contract through the belly, it gives you more space to draw the leg in. So really just depends on what feels the most harmonious for you. Both ways work. Let's do 2 more. Nice. Bring your leg back to center. Take hold of both sides of the belt in the right hand and lower your leg out to the right. And you can maintain full control of your leg by drawing strongly against your belt. So if you want to have your supporting hand at the end of the belt, you've got that extra strength to keep your leg from going all the way out. You can suspend it in the air. If you have capacity to reach for your foot, you can release the belt and take hold of your foot or your big toe. Keeping that left leg active, flexing your toes back toward you. Finding your breath. Good. And now slowly drawing against the belt again as you raise your foot and your leg back to center. Taking hold of the belt in the left hand now and taking that leg across your body. You can take the right thumb and just tuck it right into the crease of your right leg, and that can help to lift the flesh away of your thigh so that you can take your leg across a little more. Good. And gently drawing your navel in, raising your leg back to center. We're going to draw the leg in, so holding the belt one side in each hand again. This time we'll draw the leg in and hold for a few breaths. Nice. Now slowly bending through the right knee and taking hold of the sole of your foot, setting your belt to the side. Gently working your knee down toward the floor. And just checking your shoulders are still down away from your ears, opening up through your hips. And release your foot back up toward the ceiling, keeping your legs suspended in the air. Placing your hands palms down either side of your body and slowly, slowly, slowly floating your leg all the way back down to the floor. Relax completely, allowing both feet to fall out to the sides. Observing the difference between your right side and your left side, feeling that beautiful rush of prana and blood flow through your right leg. Nice. Now let's bring both feet to the floor again. Moving on to the other side, taking the belt around the left sole of your foot, extending that leg up toward the ceiling, holding the belt in each hand, and start to work the leg in and out. If you feel like you have capacity to, you can go ahead and straighten that supporting leg. All right, let's do 2 more. Coming back to center, taking hold of both sides of the belt in the left hand and carefully lowering your leg with full control over to the left side. And if you'd like to take hold of your big toe, hooking the first 2 fingers around your big toe, trying to keep that right hip nice and grounded, and breathing. Now taking hold of the belt again, raising your leg up back to center, and taking hold of the belt in the right hand, taking it across your body. Left thumb is hooking into the crease of the left hip, and lowering that leg across. Slowly come back to center. Hold the belt in each hand, drawing the leg in and hold. Breathing where you are. And releasing the knee down toward the armpit, taking hold of your foot. Maybe you still hold the belt. Either way, starting to work the knee down along the side of the body. And feeling that nice diagonal stretch through the hips, through your hips. And slowly raise the foot back up and begin to carefully lower your leg back toward the floor. And now take a little mini Shavasana. Close your eyes for a moment. Observing how your left hip and leg feel. Good. Navel drawing in as you carefully draw your knees in, give them a very gentle hug, making some small circles with your knees and then back in the opposite direction. And keep your belt handy for your practice. And we're going to rock ourselves up and get ready to come and stand all the way up at the top of our mat. So slowly rolling up and coming to stand in mountain. All right, getting ready for 3 rounds of sun salutations, just taking it nice and easy, moving with your breath, moving at your own pace. All right, inhale, reaching up, bringing the palms together. Exhale, folding forward, hands to the earth. Inhale, flat back, hands sliding up the shins or fingertips to the floor. And exhale, hands to the floor, jump, step back into plank position and lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, lifting back into downward dog. And we'll hold here for 3 breaths. One, 2, 3. Jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands by your sides. And again, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, jump or step back. Lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Fingers and thumbs spread nice and wide. 3 breaths. One, 2, 3. Jump or step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, mountain pose. Final round. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, jump or step back. Lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Settle in for 3 breaths. One, 2, 3. Jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands by your sides. Take a breath in mountain. All right, you may need your belt for this next pose. I'm going to show you with the belt, but you might come into the pose and realize that you can just hook your first 2 fingers to your big toes. So if you are using the belt, we're going to do what we did laying down on the floor, but standing up. So standing big toe pose. So let's Come into mountain, have your belt ready if you're using it, raising the right knee up and grounding down through the left foot. Already start to activate through your hips and core so that you've got stability through this whole kind of center of gravity area. And then taking your belt around the sole of your foot, pressing your heel away. Good. And then take hold of a belt in your right hand. So you should be able to use the belt to suspend your leg in the air. And without the belt, you're going to hook your first two fingers around your big toe, like so. We'll stay there for just one more breath. I know I've had you guys hanging there already for a moment. And from here, optional fun challenge you might like to take hold of a wall is to take your leg out to the side. Good. Gazing gently at a point in front of you or over to the left. Good. And slowly and carefully bringing your gaze back to center as you draw your leg back to center. Slowly release. Whoop. All right, take a breath here in mountain, and then we'll move to the other side. So if you're going ahead with the belt, taking it around the sole of your foot, raising the left leg up, nice and active through your hips, active through your belly, and either first two fingers or belt around the sole of the foot, and taking the leg out. Right hand is resting on your hip, shoulders down away from your ears. And feeling the top of the thigh bone really hugging in to your hip joint. And when you're ready, whoop, taking your leg out to the side. Slowly draw it back to center. And carefully release. Coming back to mountain pose. Nice. All right, setting your belt to the side. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, jump a step back. Plank, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. We're going to be going through a lunge series, so if you want to take a cushion or knee pad under your knees, make sure you have them ready. Staying here for 2 more breaths. Alrighty, on your next inhalation, raising your right leg up, nice big stretch. And exhale, taking your knee in toward your chest and then planting the foot in between your hands, dropping your back knee down and flatten your back foot. Softening down into your hips as you inhale, reaching up into your fingertips, arms above the head. And trying to cultivate that dual experience of everything from the waist down is kind of softening and dropping down, opening, and then everything from your waist up is lifting and lengthening, and sort of this anti-gravity drawing against and creating lightness against this kind of heavy pull down toward the floor. Good. Exhale. Hands either side of your front foot as you take your hips back, straightening out through your front leg and fold forward over your front leg, but really opening and offering your heart center forward, flexing your right toes back toward you. Opening up through the front, the back, opening up through the back of the front leg. Excellent. All right, and rocking forward again into lunge. So here is where you need to be particularly mindful of your back knee. But if you can, for added balance, you can bring one hand to the floor. We're going to reach for our back foot. And draw it in for a little stretch. And then if you want to get all expressive, you can press that back foot into your back hand and inhale. Reach up. Otherwise, Just taking hold of your foot is a nice stretch as well. One more breath here. Good, and slowly release. Foot to the floor, both hands to the floor. Step back into plank, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, knee to the chest, and then step the foot to the floor. Raising the arms up. Again, letting the hips drop down as you reach and lengthen through your upper body, lengthening into your fingertips. Shoulders down away from your ears. Good. And exhale. Both hands to the floor. Taking the hips back, straightening out through your front leg, flexing your toes back toward you. Hinging at the hips as you fold over that front leg. And coming forward again, this time catching the back foot. Bringing your heel in nice and close to your hip for a thigh stretch, and then going however you like from there. Holding the foot, maybe even you might like to try both hands. Slowly release the foot, both hands to the floor. Tuck the back toes, step back into plank, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. All right. Stepping the right foot forward and taking your hands forward slightly, just to the edge of your mat, just till you have a nice steady foundation here for going into a standing split. So all we're trying to do here is create a nice steady balance through the supporting leg, drawing in through your core as you raise your leg up. When I say all we're trying to do here, sometimes I think when we use the word split, the expectations make us go, oh, yeah, right. But you're really just trying to take your leg up. So balancing, you're upside down, you're getting this beautiful inversion, and then raising that leg up as far as feels comfortable. Good. Both hands to the floor, stepping the foot back. If you want to go straight back to downward dog and skip the vinyasa, go ahead. Otherwise, let's flow to the other side. Finding yourself back in downward dog, stepping the left foot forward, taking your fingertips, your hands forward, shifting your weight forward over that left leg and left foot. And from here, starting to float the back leg up. Drawing your upper body in toward your thighs, you raise that back leg. Staying with your breath. And slowly release. Hands to the floor, toes to the floor. Step back, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. Great. And from here, we're going to drop our knees to the floor. And we're going to take child's pose for 5 full breaths and make our way down to the floor. So folding forward over your knees, forehead to the floor, and allow your shoulders to soften, feeling them sliding away from one another, letting your head be heavy, your spine is long and relaxed. Just staying here for another few breaths. And slowly making your way up to sit and taking your legs out in front. And keep your belt handy. If you want to take your belt for forward fold, go ahead and take your belt around the soles of your feet, lifting and lengthening and folding forward over your legs, catching your big toes or holding your shins. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, scooping in through your belly as you fold forward. And then just keeping your breath flowing. Noticing the gentle expansion and lengthening in your body as you inhale, and the subtle relaxation and softening as you exhale. Two more breaths here. And slowly lifting up. Release your hands, coming back to sitting up tall in staff pose. Bending the right knee, bringing your right foot to the floor on the outside of your left leg. And turning to look over your right shoulder, placing the right hand to the floor. And feeling the initiation of the twist coming from that lower back region, and feeling it come through the abdominal region, and then spiraling all the way up through the thoracic and into your neck. And feeling free to deepen the twist anytime. So if you'd like to take your elbow to the outside of your knee and work a little bit deeper, or even just hugging your knee in, go ahead. And trying to keep that left leg active, gently firming through the thigh and flexing your toes back toward you. And slowly come back to center. Extend the right leg, bending through the left and taking the foot across to the outside of the right leg. Taking your time to come into the twist, planting the hand behind you and the right hand around your knee, turning to look over your shoulder. And go ahead and deepen the twist as feels good for you. Lovely. And slowly start to unravel out of the twist. Slowly release. Coming over onto our forearms. Our last two poses before we come down to relaxation. If you would like to use your belt again, we're going to go into dolphin. If you're familiar with dolphin and familiar with going into forearm stand and you'd like to progress, you can go ahead and go into kicking your legs up. But we're going to make a loop with our belt about as wide as our shoulders. And then take your arms in, threading the belt just above your elbows. Just for comfort reason, having the buckle in the middle so that it's not rubbing on your arms. And then taking your hands forward. So you've got this nice suspension here where you can actually press firmly down into your palms and expand out into the belt. And that helps to create tension in the shoulders, which is what we need to hold this pose. So forearms to the floor, in alignment with your shoulders, fingers and thumbs spread nice and wide. Start pressing down, tuck your toes under, and we're going to lift, 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 just as if you're lifting into a downward dog type position. And try to press away from the floor, and that's what's going to help create that space for your head. And then if you like, you can walk your feet in,
or for a modified version, bending through the knees. I would say prioritize, if you have to decide if it's all feeling a bit much, prioritize soft knees and really pressing the floor away and building that strength and awareness through your shoulders. 2 more breaths here. And begin to release, knees to the floor. And release the belt. And instead of taking a child's pose, we're actually going to tuck our toes under and come up into a nice relaxed standing forward fold, turning your palms up so that your whole upper body, your shoulders, your neck, your arms, everything can be nice and relaxed and heavy. Go ahead and sway from side to side a little if you like. You can rotate through the neck a little. Taking 3 more breaths here. Nice. Now turning your palms down to the floor and begin to lower your hips to the floor, coming to sit with the soles of your feet together. We're just going to take a very brief butterfly pose before coming down to lay on our back in reclined butterfly. Clasping your hands around your toes, your feet, and gently pressing your knees down toward the floor as you lift and lengthen through your spine. Coming back to your breath, nice, deep, full, satisfying breath. And release this grip of your hands, taking your hands behind you, carefully walking yourself back to come down to lay. And knees out to the side, turning your palms up. And we'll stay here in reclined butterfly for about 5 breaths before we move into Shavasana. Nothing much to do in this pose, but rest. Staying where you are, begin to straighten out through your legs. Coming to lie in classical Shavasana position. If you need anything to make yourself comfortable, please go ahead and add in any bolsters or eye pillows, turn the lights out, add a blanket. Make yourself comfortable, and I'll take you through a short guided relaxation. Before we completely relax, coming back to the intention that you set, or the gratitude prayer that we internally expressed at the beginning of our practice. And just taking this time for a little bit of self-reflection, even if you don't feel like you really carried your intention through your practice, that's okay. There's always the rest of the day. There's always tomorrow. And just observing how you feel after your practice, mentally and physically.
we've already uh, done quite a bit of incidental relaxation through our practice today, through our breath coordination and taking time out for ourselves. But now we're going to really allow the world to fall away for the next 5 or 6 minutes. So all you need to do is relax each body part as I mention it. And begin by taking your awareness all the way down to your feet. Relax your toes, from your big toes to your little toes. Relax the soles of your feet. Soften into your ankles and soften into your calf muscles. Relax your knees and relax your thighs. Relax your hips and pelvis. And soften into your belly. And feel the sides of your torso softening down toward the floor. Relax your chest. Relax into your heart center. Feel your collarbones broadening and releasing. Relax your shoulders from the tops of your shoulders and down through your shoulder blade area. Relax your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms and wrists. Soften into your fingers and hands, becoming aware of the gentle prickling sensation of prana circulating your palms. Moving your awareness to your lower back. Relax into your sacrum. Relax your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, and your neck. And feel all the muscles either side of your spine softening and releasing. Your head is heavy. Your eyes are getting heavier and heavier. Relax your face and relax your jaw. Your entire body is heavy and relaxed. You feel safe and warm. Now just taking the next minute or so to rest completely, with nothing else to do and nowhere else to be. And now, very slowly and gently coming back into awareness of your breath. Starting to feel into your fingers and toes, giving them a little wriggle. Gently start to rock your head from side to side. And we'll just have a little 1 or 2 minute chant. You can stay lying where you are if you like, or roll over onto your side and come up to sit. Just making yourself comfortable. And the whole idea is to just completely rest your mind and heart in these beautiful sacred sounds. Singing Gopala, Govindarama, Madana Mohana. 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 One last time. Gopala, Govindarama, Madana Mohana. Gopala, Govindarama, Madana Mohana. Now bringing our hands together in prayer position and bowing our heads to offer our respects to each other. And bowing once more to offer our respects to the Supreme Soul. Namaste.